What's going on, y'all? Welcome to episode 3. My name is Jono. This is the Charlotte FC Manager Career Mode. We had a good, a good and bad start to the season so far this year. Let's take a look at the standings. We are in the wrong conference. We're in 5th place. Yeah, I was wondering where we were. We are off the charts. No, we are sitting on 22 points, only 8 points behind first place, which only was the wrong word there. We are 8 points behind first place, so that's kind of getting out of reach for us, but we're still not halfway through the year. We have only played 13 games out of 34, so we got 2 or 3 more to kind of try to keep that gap from closing on us, to try to start closing that gap. As long as we do that before the end of the year, then we can start to separate ourselves from the non-playoff teams. We are playing Seattle in this first game, but I did want to touch. I'm about to sneeze. Okay, we didn't sneeze. Okay, that's one of the worst feeling in the world when you feel a sneeze coming on and you try to stop it. It's just horrible. I should have just sneezed and edited it out. But I did not sneeze. Anyways, you guys like this Charlotte FC hat? Got it at a Charlotte FC game. Let's talk about one thing before we start. We were chatting at the end of last episode about the salary cap and the DP rules and wanting to implement them into this series a little bit. I did a little bit of math, and we are right now spending $6,604,000 on salaries every single year. For instance, a $20,000 a week player gets $1,040,000, right? So we have a few guys who are up near that range, but just overall we're spending $6 million a year, and the salary cap is rumored to go up to $7 million. With that being said, there are 3 DP slots that are available to each team right now, and there's rumored to be a 4th one. So right now we're going to roll with the 3, and right now we're actually not using any of them apply to that 6 million number. So if you apply the 3 DP spots, then we're spending way under that amount of money. So Jono is out. We did sim just a few games to start. We're going to be putting Lindsay in for Jono. I'm going to switch him and Byrne. Byrne plays left back some, and Lindsay does not. Shinishiki's begging for a new contract, but he's on the transfer list, so I'm not really sure why he's begging for a new contract. He needs to chill out just a little bit. That's okay. Now let's see if we can replace Jono with maybe Mello. Let's put Mello in. Mello's a kid I really enjoy developing on this game. All right, Seattle Sounders versus Charlotte FC. Here we go. Game 1 of episode 3. By the way, I appreciate you guys checking out this series so far. It's been a lot of fun. Charlotte's my favorite team. They're the team that represent the metro or the area that I'm closest to. I'm from near Charlotte, about an hour away or so. But it's close enough I can go to the games. And for those of you who are not in America, it's really important. All the rules and regulations that the MLS has is important to our league. It's important to every league that we have, every sporting league, to keep. Basically what it does is it keeps all the teams really competitive with each other. It keeps one team from kind of taking off. And the reason you want to do that, and I know it's in other countries it's kind of dumb. It's like if somebody wants to have the best players on the team, somebody wants to spend that money, and have a super club. You let them. Who wants to hold that back? You want to see the best players play with the best players. But in America, the geography is so. We're so one city is so far apart from another city. One big metro might be 4 hours, 5 hours from the next, which is just not reasonable that somebody could drive there on a Wednesday night to see their favorite team playing a cup match. So with that being said, you lose parts of the country that just become disinterested if their teams are just constantly inferior to the other teams and uncompetitive. So, it's not like some other countries where you could have a great squad or cheer for a team that's in the third tier or whatever because it's your home team, but also go see your favorite players. An hour and a half away. For instance, if all the big cities, Chicago, L.A., New York, and Miami were the only ones that had good players, if they just kind of separated themselves, and those were the top four teams, those were the Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, and Man City or whatever, I'll leave Chelsea out until they prove their money is worth something. And because they hurt my boy Pulisic, you know what I mean? But if they were the only ones that had a good team, my kids would probably never get to see their favorite players, unless they came to play in Charlotte, in which they would. But we'd just have to make sure that we'd have to plan our vacations, making sure that we don't go the weekend that they're in town. So yeah. Anyways, I'm off on my tangent there. I just hear people picking on the MLS rules a lot, and it really does make it exciting. Being able to have a competitive league rather than just the best team. So, anyways, it's almost halftime, and I haven't said a word about this game, so let's get back to commentating a little bit. Westwood standing over the ball, puts the ball in the middle. I think that was Capetti. He was trying to get the head to it there. Corujo's going to get a shot off. No, he's not. It's going to be blocked by the defender. Oh, and he's just going to run it right into his man, and now Seattle has an opportunity to break, but the ref blows the whistle on it, and it's halftime. Those crowns, the same as these crowns, by the way. All right, Swiderski, Diakhaté, Capetti, Juzwiak. Boys, we need something from you. We need some offense in this game. Desperately. Seattle right now doing a really, really good job of just keeping this game vanilla, very vanilla. And we know good and well Seattle can do that to the point that they get one good opportunity and they will take them. They will take it, and they will take it well. Capetti could change that right now. Back to Swiderski. Swiderski slots it in the bottom left-hand corner. Just a little bit of focus, a little less ranting, and we're all of a sudden in the lead 1-0 in a 52nd minute. Swiderski adding to his league total, which I think he's one of the highest scorers in the league at the moment. Capetti bagging an assist. It's a beautiful thing to see. Swiderski, by the way, is a player that I think we might end up selling. I'd really like to not do that. But there is a rumor that he would not be upset if he was shipped off to to one of the top 5 leagues before August is over, which would be detrimental to Charlotte. But at the same time, it would give Capetti an opportunity, and it's a second goal for Charlotte FC. Ashley Westwood, number 8. And a number 8 he is for Charlotte FC. Juzwiak backs an assist on that one. A great little layoff there. Great positioning from the boys in purple. And the Royal Kit, as they call it. Oh, and a good tight shape right there. Forces the ball out of bounds. 64th minute here. Looking for some subs here in just a few minutes. But first, can Charlotte break one more time here? Swiderski forces his defender down to the ground. And just like that, in the bottom right-hand corner, Stefan Fry and Swiderski mixing there, intermingling there for a moment. And Swiderski found his way away from Stefan Fry to celebrate. Swiderski, just a couple great goals there for him. 3 goals. 2 goals. 3 goals for Charlotte, but 2 goals for Swiderski. And we're going to take him out and let Melo get some time up top. We really hadn't seen much of him this year. Pull Diahare back into the center mid, put Bender up top. But whenever we put Bender up top, we got to move him up just a little bit, let him be center attacking mid. Bronico, put him in for Westwood. And Vargas is going to come over here for Juzwiak. An interjection of young, fresh legs. Leave just enough veteran experience on the field to keep our composure up. And as a Charlotte fan, I'm not like rooting for Arfield. Melo tried to be unselfish there and passed that off, but it was poorly executed. It didn't work out for him in the end. But as a Charlotte fan, I'm not rooting for Swiderski to leave because he's by far our best player. But at the same time, I do think that a natural 10 Capetti slots in the left side netting in the 79th minute, just securing this lead even further. But I think Capetti is having trouble being Capetti with Swiderski manning the midfield, and honestly, Swiderski's having trouble being Swiderski manning the midfield. But he's kind of too good for his own good, where he's kind of stuck playing that 10 role when he would be, I truly believe, if he played, the number 9 every single game of the year, that he would have 20 goals in all competitions, including the U.S. Open and Leagues Cup. If I'm not mistaken, he's at almost a 10 just for the time that he has spent as a striker. And just like that Charlotte FC take down Seattle 4-0. That would be awesome to see in real life, especially away. Lumenfield is not a walk in the park, as we just made it out to be right there. That's A-okay. That's A-okay. I do think Swiderski, it's a player we got to think about. We have to just keep our eye on what happens there. All right, Brendan Powell. I'm not so sure about you, my friend. We kind of already have a guy. I think it's going to be important to keep him in the youth squad until we see what other goalkeepers we have come through. And if we have a guy if we don't have anybody better than him for a while, then we can bring him up and try to get him out on loan. I'm trying to be realistic about this. In real life, if I was playing this and it wasn't for the reasons, and it wasn't being filmed, I would probably bring him on the squad, try to develop him up to a 65 in a couple of years, and then just sell him. But I want to keep space in the squad and be smart about this. So, all right, we have a cup match, a U.S. Open round of 16 against Nashville SC, which is not Nashville, South Carolina, as a couple friends of mine like to say. It is a Nashville Sporting Club. Let's see, do we want to bring anybody up? I did like Melo. I think Melo had a good impact. So maybe just for this game, we swap Melo for Tuiloma. Maybe, in fact, we should give Jones the start over Carujo. Bring Tuiloma back in over Carujo. All right. And it might have been smart to put Lindsay over on the right, but we've already started the game now, so there's nothing we're going to do about it. Definitely not going to use a sub before the whistle's blown. And our second game of the episode, Swiderski to Diahare, Westwood, Malanda to Gironin to Juzwiak, a little touch inside, back outside, And he's by his man. Clear down the left byline. A cutback. Across. Capetti with his head to the ball. And it is going to be left of the bar. Left of the post. Pep Guardiola. Whoa. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to say his last name very much. Guardiola maybe is the correct pronunciation. I might should do some research on that. Me and my buddies, we talk about the Premier League all the time, but we just call him Pep all the time. A lot easier, and can our young goalkeeper make an important save? And he does, a crucial save from number 12. A clearance from Swiderski. Oh, and another good save. Another good save. And 3 good saves in a row. In fact, 3 goal-saving saves, which is what goalkeepers do all the time, all day, every day. 4. As well, a 4th corner. It's okay. They just want to practice set pieces all day. That's okay with me. I won't be upset by it. Capetti with a nice little touch. Juzwiak into space there. A one-on-one and a failed one-on-one at that. Not the way he probably envisioned that moment going for him. Capetti, space out on the wing. Oh, he could have played Swiderski in. He was trying to play it around his man, split the guy, and make Swiderski's run pay off for him, but it doesn't work out. Scott Arfield chasing his man down the sideline, and he fouls him. Just takes him out clean. Not clean, I'm sorry. He cleans him out. Not clean at all. Another opportunity here. Capetti's passing just subpar. Maybe that's why we don't really play him on the wing in real life. IRL. Which is not the injured reserve list, as you may think. It's actually just in real life. Ashley Westwood on the break, but Zimmerman shuts that down pretty quickly. Juzwiak with a touchback and a shot. Oh, and it's a great save from number 1 for the Nashville squad. Speaking of tonight, which you guys are probably going to be seeing this tomorrow, so it'll be a little irrelevant. Nashville and Inter Miami are playing in the Leagues Cup final. Wouldn't it be something if we could get the Leagues Cup on FIFA and Swiderski wide right, but a valiant effort. Pep showing him some love there. Scott Harfield plays the ball up to Swiderski, who tries to find Scott back, but it looks like it's going to be halftime. I have not been paying attention to the clock at all. But I think if we can make it through here, round of 16, we're going to be into the quarterfinals of the U.S. Open Cup, which will be a pleasant outing. And just like that, 1-0, Swiderski just absolutely rips it past the goalkeeper. Nothing he could do. Nashville goalkeeper who has had a great performance. In fact, you might could say this has been a game of goalkeepers. A string of brilliant saves from our own young keeper, and followed by a couple, all of our opportunities basically being swallowed up by the reach of the Nashville goalkeeping player. Nashville goalkeeper was where I was going with that. Oh, and it's 1-1. Nashville ties it up. But we do have an offside flag going up late in that sequence. But just like that, we give it right back to them, and yeah, it's going to be 1-1. After all, karma catches up. Sloppy play in the defense. Eventually bites us where the sun don't shine. Put us on the prayer list at church for that one. We're going to need it. Westwood with a rocket from distance, and the goalkeeper just able to get up in the air and make that one go over the crossbar. It travels high and far. Westwood on the corner. Scott Arfield tracking it out. Swiderski from point blank, and just like that, it's 2-1. Swiderski pockets it in the left-hand corner. The goalkeeper could do nothing about it. The defense confused, might you say. And Jono, Capetti, Swiderski, Scott Arfield with a brilliant pass, the nice little turn, and the rocket to the left of the goalkeeper. It's just left sitting on his bum on the ground, Indian style. Nothing he could do about it. Pick a side, pick the wrong side. We're right back on it too. Capetti with a break. He's going to get a shot off, and it's just right at the chest of the goalkeeper. He chests it toward the ground. It bounces. He collects. Oh, but Swiderski back on it, and it's another one. It's 3-1 in the 74th minute. Time for some subs, if I do say so myself. We're wearing some guys out right now. Let Tui Loma hop in for Malanda, Bender for Diachare, and switch them on up to center attack and mid. Melo, come on in, my friend. You deserve some time. Yes, you do. And Vargas for Juzwiak, and Melo and Capetti switch. Yeah, I'm going to let Capetti. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to leave Capetti out wide. Let's see if Melo can't get himself a few quality minutes. Ooh, that is bright. Sometimes the exposure on some of these shots. In fact, I was watching I think it might have been, I don't remember what game I was watching. It might have been a Miami game. And the exposure for a few moments. Oh, you know what? It was a football game. It was a Carolina Panthers football game. Preseason. And the exposure on, like they switched to a camera. I guess the camera guy wasn't ready. And the exposure was just bright. It was just as bright as you could get. Oh, bad mistake. And Derek Jones makes a dangerous mistake there, but his reputation is protected by the goalkeeper, Roberts, who's done really good. I really haven't seen a big drop-off since we benched Kalina, except for that right there, that's commentator's curse. Harry Mukhtar, Bunbury, I'm sorry. Bunbury. I thought that was Harry Mukhtar. I do apologize to the Nashville fans. Oh, Zimmerman. Surely that went off of you. 90th minute. Charlotte's going to pull this one out. 3-2, it looks like. Oh, and Melo with an opportunity here. Melo back across the body of the goalkeeper, but it's going to go right to him. What happened there? Whoa. That was an odd exchange, but nonetheless, it matters very little as we win 3-2. Swiderski with 2 goals, I believe. Actually, 3 goals. He got a hat trick. I didn't realize that. Oh, good for you, Swiderski. A man who deserves it so much. He's given his all to Charlotte FC over the time that he has played for us, and he's doing the same thing here virtually. Now let's check out this monthly scouting report, and then I want to sim ahead to our next game, and I have a pretty good idea of who I want to play. Nicholas Thomas, welcome to the squad, you $230,000 man. Christopher Brown, your potential has piqued my interest. John Stewart, yeah, we'll put you in there as well. And let's just go ahead and bring in this other Eric Thomas. I think, did we just sign an Eric Thomas? Phillips, position change to a center back. Let's see what this does for you, my friend. Right wing back, I want to remember that. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great spot for him. Just that physicality makes me believe that it is so. Let's go ahead and put him at stopper and see what happens. All right. Yeah, I think Dembe Hogan is going to be a guy who's on the outs right now. We're going to see how his potential shakes out. Alrighty. Let's head over to the office, hit the calendar, and I want to come down here to this home match against Austin FC partially because it is going to be right the game before the transfer window. That took me forever to figure out what I was trying to say right there. Kieran Vargas. I'm trying to make sure I have everybody loaned out that I want to loan out. It looks like I do. Yep. Ajiman and Privet. What about Marks? Marks, good. Santos needs to be. He needs to. I think we're gonna have to play him and Shinashiki at some point just to get some interest in these guys. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to release the fool. Yeah. So, one thing I wanted to do, I want to check out my contracts. Yes. Oh, I also wanted to check out my scout report. I would love to bring in another center mid. Let's see what I have a center mid. We're scouting. Have any position promising, and I have any position first team quality, free agent or yeah. So one thing I think we need is a DP level. I mean, we can scout this guy. We don't have a scout free. We need a DP level center mid. I think is our big concern right now. And we're doing great, so I don't want to overdo it. Oh, we're just short of being able to really have somebody. Let's see, maybe we bring this guy back. Recall scout, yeah. We'll do this we will do this again here in a moment. So we'll have a little bit of time. 2 losses in a row. 3 losses in a row. We're really in bad form right now. I wonder if we lost somebody. Yeah, we did, didn't we? Derek Jones has suffered an LCL, a lateral collateral ligament. That's hard to say. Out for 3 months. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can check out. Oh, I'm sorry. Check out our to do. I'm sorry, guys. We want to check out our scout report. I'm on the wrong thing. All right, center mids first and foremost. Just a straight up center mid. We're not looking for center attacking mid. We're looking for center mids. Doesn't seem like we have anything concrete here. Everything's would rather it be a not old guy. But Danny Latza, we'll check you out because your contract's expiring soon. We'll check you out as well. Mowald. I mean, maybe. I don't see a fella from Preston North End doing us any good. No offense to Preston North End fans. Yeah, we'll get those guys scouted, and let's come over here to young and promising. See if they're okay. Antonio Foti on loan right now, so it's not going to do us any good. Could use a center back. Okay, so let's scout that. Let's also scout this because Wolfsburg has a really good reputation. Caden Clark, I mean, that's always he's an interesting prospect for sure. Caden Young and Aston Villa, okay. Nathan Frazier, maybe we'll check you out as well. Jordan James, Connor Ryan, and Tommy Doyle, bring it to us, my friend. Alrighty, I just think I need to come over to midfield and just do that for a moment. Always interesting to see who the Bundesliga has. They are packed full of young, exciting prospects. A lot of great people come through there. Jamie Bowden. All right, let's give that some space. And see how we can do against Austin FC. My friends, we need to bring in somebody other than Arfield. Arfield's really declining quick in this game. Don't love it. It's going to end up being a bench piece. Bender in the center attacking mid position. And see, like looking at it right now, what we need is center attacking mid. I will tell you something I'm very excited about and something that I'm really into is providing our youth room to develop. So, like, I'm cool with having an off year to develop some youth for 3 or 4 great years before they get shipped off to bigger leagues. 15 goals in, I guess, 15, 16 games. Because this should be halfway through the year right now. And Austin FC kicked the ball into play. Charlotte FC versus Austin FC. Capetti with a good steal to start the game. Can he just find his way past his defender? No, but he does draw a yellow card early. That's a great way to get a player thinking, get a player overthinking. Ben Bender with an immediate impact in his first start, I do believe, of the year. And he is loving it. in the 6th minute. 1 goal, his first goal of the year, and 9 appearances off the bench. Oh, come on, ref, that wasn't a foul. What are you doing? That's what I'm talking about with the animation. If they had done that to us, that'd have been clean. All day. Jono defending well. You know, he's a player that in the first couple of games that we played really wasn't showing up very well, and now he's actually playing pretty good. And I think, you know, partially because we hadn't said his name much, and that's a little bit what you want out of your left back. And I think he's a traditional left back. I think he's like a straight up left back, not a not a stepping into the center defensive mid. I might have that backwards. I'm going to be quiet until I know my stuff, you know what I'm saying? Good save from Roberts. And it's going to be an Austin, Texas corner. A Matthew McConaughey corner. Ben Bender plays Diahare in. Diahare is going to take it all the way down the left side. Oh, he has met his end there. It's Swiderski. Oh, he's trying to play Ben Bender back in, and Ben Bender is unable to get a foot on it. Nathan Byrne trying to disrupt the Austin FC counterattack there. Carujo doing a great job. Nathan Byrne to Capetti. Capetti falls down but gets back up and does so before Austin FC is able to regain possession. Nathan Byrne to Westwood. Westwood with a big touch to Bender. Bender has the ball stolen from him, trying to turn around his defender. And we eventually give the ball away for good in those moments. And Austin FC uses the opportunity to get a good opportunity, or to get a good shot on goal, but it is saved by the youngster Ben Bender, looking for Swiderski. Swiderski is on goal. Can he convert this? And he does, to the right of the goalkeeper. Slots in the bottom right hand corner. And Swiderski with the goal, celebrates, makes it 2-0. The run of against the run of play in the moment, not in the game overall. We've definitely been the more dominant team, but in the moment, it did look like Austin FC was poised to get one back. Swiderski to Bender. Bender to Juzwiak. One-on-one with his man. Number 37 for Austin FC just gives it up to the next guy. Oh, just Swiderski in the volley, and it is going to be deflected out for a corner. 49th minute. Pep excited to see what we can make happen here. Diahare to Bender. Westwood trying to turn it and put Swiderski into space, but is unable to complete his movement there. Swiderski, and it is high and wide. Got Stuver standing over the ball. Carujo collects. Diahare. Juzwiak with a shot on goal, straight to the goalkeeper. 2 hands up and deflects it out of bounds for a corner in the 63rd minute. Westwood stands over the ball. He's going to do an inside foot curled, 3/4 of the way power, and can. Oh, and he does. Capetti gets his head on it, but it is over the crossbar in the end. 64th minute and 30 seconds. The second they hit this, we're going to pause it. We're going to get our substitute set up. I want to get some youth in here. Plug Arfield in. He's going to be a great piece off the bench now that he is aging. Let's put Vargas over here for Capetti. Give Tuiloma a moment with Jones being out due to injury. Lindsay over Burns and Bronico. Oof. No, we're gonna leave it just like it is. In fact, I think that's all our subs anyway. So Burn. Not the first guy I think of whenever it comes to headers, and just like that, this poor positioning. In fact, that might have been on Carujo there. I'm not sure what happened, but nonetheless, it's 2-1. We brought some of our main guys out of the match. Probably a bad time to do so. That would have been a time in real life where coach would probably have brought some of his guys back to the bench. But I do trust in all these guys that we have here. Jossie Zardes tosses it over the top of the crossbar. Roberts, Tuiloma to Malanda. Malanda to Diahare, but it doesn't complete it, but he ends up with it in the end. Diahare back to Scott Arfield, who plays it to Bender. Bender, who plays it to an Austin FC player twice, who plays it right back to him. Kind of an odd exchange. Diahare chasing his man down to the sideline. Malanda tries to steal it. It still ends up at the Austin FC player's feet and is out after a save for a corner. Jalen Lindsay trying to play that ball out. Roberts ends up with it. Malanda takes it forward, cuts it back inside. Bender trying to find Mello, but he finds Juzwiak, who finds Bender, who tries to find Mello again, but he finds a green jersey instead of a blue jersey. Bender with a rocket shot, but is rocketed straight up into the stands. Bender trying to steal the ball away before Austin FC makes their way into our defensive half. And that is a foul right outside the box, probably 20 yards out from the goal. It's a dangerous position, especially if Vergoni is on it or Facundez is on it. And it bounced to nothing in the end, but it was an opportunity that we don't want to give up, and that is for sure. But just like that, we end episode 3 undefeated in terms of games that we played, but not in terms of all the games that were played or that were simmed. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in episode 4, where we're going to look at maybe picking up one player, hopefully a player in the transfer window, in the summer transfer window. So also probably hopefully getting rid of some players. So we'll see what happens. Love you guys. Peace out.